What is up, guys? It is sick, slightly congested, Galvin Palantir, here to bring you guys my first impressions of none other than Toriko up until the Ice Hell arc. I've been reading Toriko at a snail's pace, but I've finally gotten to the end of the Ice Hell arc. If you do not want spoilers, there's going to be very few spoilers within this first impression video, so if you don't want spoilers, do not watch. If you don't care about spoilers, please by all means keep watching. The question has been for me, does Toriko actually stack up to the big three? Something about me, until the Ice Hell arc, I really haven't seen what the hype for Toriko was, because Ice Hell arc was honestly the first arc where I really just got engaged with it and started like, oh my goodness, this is a really good arc. This arc can actually stack up to the big boys. Ice Hell arc, I do have to say, was pretty impressive in my opinion. Even better than Regal Mammoth, which a lot of people would definitely disagree on. But honestly, for reasons I'm going to discuss later on, I really didn't like Regal Mammoth as much as other people did. Let's start with the beginning of the series. My introduction to Toriko, the first arc, the Banana Crocodile, I believe. I think that was what it was, yeah. Banana Crocodile arc. For me, I really did not enjoy that arc for a few reasons. One, I don't really like reading or watching anime and manga that don't have a villain that can string together a sentence, which is pretty similar to why I really don't like the current arc in Naruto, partially because the opponent is a Jubi, a mindless mass of chakra. But I have to say the Jubi's pretty impressive. The Banana Crocodile, on the other hand, wasn't too impressive. As a villain, it really held no weight for me. So the first arc for me served as an introduction to the series. Like just a basic introduction. Wasn't too enjoyable for me, but I did like seeing Toriko come into play, because as a main character, I do like Toriko. I like how he has a lot of sides to his character. He has the playful side, the serious side, the very intelligent side, instinctive side. He in a lot of ways reminds me of a more serious, down-to-earth version of Monkey D. Luffy. You know, something like that. A lot smarter, of course. Of course a lot smarter, because we know Luffy's a dumbass. Komatsu, I like him. I like his personality. I do. But, I mean, up to the point I'm at right now, he really doesn't hold too much weight. I do like him as a character, though. He definitely doesn't annoy me, per se. He doesn't really annoy me, which a lot of people do have that complaint. I have heard Komatsu's an annoying character. He hasn't really annoyed me yet, but he does kind of make me wonder why he's there sometimes. So, that's as far as Komatsu goes. The plot of Toriko, the whole God thing, the trying to find God, really, I mean, not to say this is a bad thing, because of course all stories are connected. You're not going to find a story or a plot that has nothing to do with any other plot from any other anime or manga, but Toriko's plot is a direct rip of One Piece's plot. That is obvious. I mean, trying to find God, trying to find One Piece, New World, Gourmet World, they're like direct parallels. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, and I'm not saying the concept is a rip, but the plot itself is a rip. The Bishoku, I can't get these words right. The organization, the people that are going and trying to find the ingredients, are a lot like pirates who are trying to find the One Piece, you know. Not all of them are after God, not all of them are after One Piece, but the main characters are after God, that kind of thing, you know. So it really does draw a lot from One Piece. It's a positive thing because the plot structure is really, really fun to work with, and it gives a lot of possibilities. But at the same time, I'm kind of, at one point I didn't feel like there was a point in reading, since there was the same exact plot, you know, between these two series. But I did give it a chance, and I was impressed in the end. But let me just go through the arcs. I already went through the Banana Crocodile. No, I'm not going to remember all the arcs, forgive me. But right now I'm going to jump to Regal Mammoth real quick. The Regal Mammoth arc, for me, was a good arc. I'm not going to rip it down. I'm not going to rip it and say it was a bad arc, but I mean, I liked the introduction of Sonny. I liked Coco. Coco was good too. But the one thing that I did not like about that arc was the ending of the arc where Toriko was kind of knocked into where the Regal Mammoth's jewel meat was, you know, and that's how he won the fight, because he was knocked into the room. That kind of gives me the feel of if Goku was in a fight and somebody punched him into a freaking senzu bean on the ground and he picked it up, ate it, and then beat their ass. Doesn't seem legit to me. You know, it just doesn't seem legit. Not gonna rip it down, but that definitely took it down a few pegs in my personal book because of that ending. But Sonny's fight and Coco's fight, I did like those. You know, nothing too great in my opinion, but they were great. They were pretty good. Nothing too good, but they were still good. I'm not going to go and say they were bad. Just as I wouldn't say the arc is bad. It was good. Let me just skim over the BB Cohen arc. You know, this is an arc where I kind of got more of a feel of where the series was headed. Because the fight between Toriko and I forget the dude's name, the mosquito dude with the straw, that was pretty damn interesting and fun to watch. And that's when I kind of got the sense of uniqueness in the powers of characters in the Toriko verse, you know, because the GT Robos themselves, which we had seen before that, were not very, they weren't really that interesting. I mean, they could do a few things, but the users were limited to what the actual robot could do. Their powers weren't impressive. But when we got there, we see, holy shit, this guy is like a mosquito with a straw, and you can harvest materials from some of the really strong creatures in the verse and use them as weapons. That was really, really cool, and we did get a hint of that again when we went to Ice Hell, which is what I'm going to cover right now. Ice Hell. I just finished reading Ice Hell, and this is the arc that made me realize and think that Toriko definitely can stack up to the big three. Am I saying that that arc was better than the best big three arcs? No. I'm going to go ahead and say that that Ice Hell arc was an average big three arc. You know, an average Naruto, an average Bleach, average One Piece arc. That could stack up to those. Was it great? Can it fit with the best of them? No. Will the arcs later on in Toriko be able to fight or stack up to the best of them? Quite possibly, but not yet. Ice Hell was good though. It was definitely the arc I enjoyed most. Why? Because we got to see not just the four heavenly Coco, Sonny, as much as I love those dudes. The writer of Toriko, don't remember the name of the mangaka, but the mangaka made sure we got to see not just the main characters fight. We got to see this guy from the Gourmet Knights fight. We got to see Match fight, and these fights were great. The gore in Toriko definitely surpasses that of the big three. The mangaka of Toriko, I'm going to learn this guy's name. Sorry, don't know it yet. The mangaka of Toriko is not afraid to show bloodshed. That is a huge strength of the series. This guy's not afraid to show gore in any way. Match's fight. Nice example. Tommy Rod's bugs tore through Match's subordinates, the Yakuza members. One of them got their hand taken off. The bugs burrow inside of you. The penguins got ravaged by that centipede-looking creature. I mean, the gore is amazing. It's amazing. Better than any big three series. I can say the gore in Toriko is the most realistic and the most amazing. Because you would have people getting fucking sliced and diced in One Piece and you would see a little bit of blood. You know, but in Toriko, it goes all out. Goes all out. And that's great. The last thing I'm going to go over is the powers in Toriko. The abilities of the characters individually, you know. Amazing. Unique as hell. The one dude that can... Sorry, I'm not going to be remembering names. The one dude that has... He said he has over 4,000, I think, bones in his body. He can move at will. So his punches could go any direction. He had a sickle and weight. You know, that he could like, oh my, this guy can move his arms like a rope. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was pretty unique the way he did it. Like, oh, this guy has so many joints. But the power itself, it was on point, but not quite as unique as it could have been. But what got me was the pre-battle, God, excuse me, I cannot remember what this guy's name is. The pre-battle movements, the movements you do before your match that kind of prep you, and so you can punch faster, and you can dislocate the joints of your enemy if they're hit by one of your blows. This was what the dude from the Gourmet Knights was using. That was a really great ability. That was really unique. Match. His exhaustion, where he needs to freaking prepare. He needs to sit there meditating pretty much for 3 minutes. And then he unleashes this attack that can freaking cut whatever, dude. He cut, oh my goodness, that was great. Match's fight on point. The Gourmet Knights dude, his fight on point. Toriko's fight with Tommy Rod's ability, amazing. The fucking shivering thing where you shake really fast and create a bunch of thermal energy, heat energy that you can use however you want, warm your body, blow, steam, anything. That's brilliant idea. Tommy Rod's insects, of course, brilliant. The fact that Toriko was able to secrete that liquid that insects are not drawn, they're repelled from. Amazing. Everything is just unique, and that is like amazing. The guy that covered himself with antifreeze, come on. Good job with the powers, the abilities, and I'm pretty sure they're only going to get crazier and crazier as the series progresses. So nothing to worry about there. Anyways, guys, Zaladin Palantir, I am loving Toriko. The Ice Hell arc really put it up there for me. You know, now it's kind of creepy. I'm not going to say it's on Big 3 level yet at Ice Hell, but I'm saying that it really definitely has a potential to be up there with the big boys. And then I'll start comparing it to individual members of the Big 3, and I'm definitely going to give you guys an update on my status for Toriko. Sorry if this video offended anyone, if anyone wants to get butthurt that I don't think that it's on the Big 3 level yet, but again, I already said that it really does have the potential to be, and it probably will get up there the farther I read, because from what I've been hearing, the current arc sets all of the arcs in Toriko to shame, so we'll see what happens. Anyways, guys, Zaladin Palantir, go ahead and subscribe, like, comment. I really want to hear your thoughts on this. How far are you guys in Toriko? Probably all caught up. That's cool too. No spoilers in the comments. Anyways, guys, Zaladin Palantir, peace out.